You're all very welcome here this morning, and thank you for coming to Balbriggan Garda Station. This is district headquarters for one of Ireland's youngest towns, one of Ireland's most diverse towns. And through our role in the Guards, we're brought to places where society doesn't always function smoothly. You're brought to places where there's conflict and where there's pain. But when we do our job right, we can bring light into that space. This is a project that started about 2 years ago when I went to the launch of an art exhibition in the Irish Museum of Modern Art, done by young people who are detained in Oberstown. And I was blown away by the quality of the work that Oberstown had managed to tap into with some of the most challenging young people in the state. And I said, maybe there's a chance for us to actually do some work here with young people, particularly troubled young people, to see if we can build on those relationships and learn something.
It was a tough but positive conversation with parents and the youth from the African background, where they had absolutely no positive relationship with the Guards. And I tell you, it started with Paul himself listening to the issues that the migrant youth had to say.
Sometimes, we're very much seen as the enemy, but two really good community guards went into Oberstown itself, and through art they started to develop a very working relationship with them and broke down those barriers.
We wanted to create maybe more of a positive understanding between those that live within the community of Balbriggan and between the space that is in Oberstown. We created 3 separate artworks. So one sits inside in Balbriggan Garda Station, and that speaks on the young people's lived experiences and the Guards' lived experiences. The second one was a huge piece. It's about 200 metres long, and it says "A breath of fresh air." So it's speaking on how the young people feel. So they want to be seen as, the next generation, this new kind of wind or energy that moves through this space or this land. But also it speaks of Balbriggan, because this is a very diverse town. And the last piece then is the piece that's on the wall that's behind me, and that was speaking of those that live within the town.
You can see a guard from Balbriggan reaching out to the community and saying, look, we're here to provide you with a service, we're here to keep you safe. And there's a gap, because we're not always there yet, and sometimes this stuff is hard. And we have, a continuing journey to sort of build trust where trust is low, and to work with not just members of minority groups, even just our relationships with young people. And if we do that, I think we can all end up in a much better place.
Harnessing, I think, the voice and imagination of these young people, this work showcases not only their talent to this community, but it promotes the power of collaboration and the importance of breaking down barriers, because I think art got huge potential in terms of helping young people who are in a difficult place to express things that are complicated, that don't always fit into words.
And I hope that Balbriggan one day will be the envy of many towns in Ireland.